If you had invested rupees 10,000 in this Tata stock 8 years ago, you're sitting on an investment of about almost 3 lakh right now. I'm talking about Trent Ltd here, which has seen about a 200% jump in just this 1 year. Now I'm going to tell you how Trent has seen this 27 times jump in its stock price since 2016, which just leads to one question. Is this Tata stock the new titan in making? Starting its operation with its flagship retail brand Westside in 1998, the company has then diversified its offerings to a different set of customers and demographic, with other brands like Zudio and Zara, which is both in the mass and the premium side. Along with this, it also operates food, grocery and daily needs segment under its Star banner. But before this, a time for a fun fact. Both Westside and Zudio launched their first store in Bangalore in the same vicinity. Is this their good luck potion? But again, coming back to the topic, Zudio now has over 545 stores, more than double the store count of 232 Westside stores as of FY24 end. Even if you look at the revenue contribution, around 96% of revenue used to be from Westside earlier in 2018, which has now declined to about 42% as of FY24, showcasing how the company has scaled up its Zudio platform and is a significant contributor now. Just this year, Zudio reported around an 80% growth in its revenue, led by a 55% increase in its overall footprint. Even if you look at the overall revenue of the company in just these last 2-3 years, around 66% of a growth from FY22 onwards, with the rapid scale up of Zudio, along with Westside, and a healthy 10% of a like-to-like growth. So, what exactly has worked out? First is attractive price points. Most products available under Zudio are under ₹1,000, catering to masses, which is in contrast to Westside, as its average bill value is comparatively much higher, thus limiting its expansion beyond certain geographies like the Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. Second is higher per square feet realizations than Westside. Zudio stores typically have a footprint of about 7,000 to 10,000 square feet, which is 1/3 the size of Westside stores. Third is both brands only focus on creating in-house labels, so with more private labels and middleman out of the picture, they have a better control over their margins. In the last couple of fiscals, operating margins have more or less remained in the 14 to 16% of range. However, let's also look at what can be the key challenges going forward. First is the main investor concern, which remains on the premium valuation that the company commands. Current P stands at about 100 times, which means investors are ready to pay more than ₹100 for every rupee of profit that Trent earns. But again, how sustainable is this going forward? While the medium-term outlook continues to remain optimistic, with the company riding in on Zudio's increasing footprint leading to higher earnings, we need to revisit after the Zudio stores mature and see its growth trajectory, then to see if these valuations support this upside. Another aspect is the growth in margins, as now Zudio has a higher mix. The kind of margin it holds are lower than that of Westside due to its value positioning. So with now Zudio contribution exceeding that of Westside, another question arises as to how Trent will sustain its earnings momentum. Will it look for other growth levels with more juicier margins, or what? Last is important, which is the increasing competition in the industry in which Trent operates, especially the value side, where consumers are predominantly more price conscious rather than brand loyal. But this is what I have to say. If you have to look at analyst recommendations tracking the company, Morgan Stanley has an equal weighting with a target price of about 3,675, which implies about a 15% downside. Jefferies has a hold rating with a target of about 4,115, again a downside of 4%. Meanwhile, Nuvama continues with a buy rating, seeing a further 14% upside in the business. Well, that was a deep dive in Trent Ltd. For more such interesting stories and news, stay tuned to NDTV Profit.